Eala beats Sorana Cirstea in straight sets at Dubai Championships. Eala through to the quarterfinals in Dubai after convincing win. Eala put on another strong display in the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships as she beat Sorana Cirstea to book her place in the quarterfinals of the tournament. The 20-year-old was the superior player throughout the majority of the match on center court on Wednesday night. Eala entered the match fresh off a huge win against world number 8 Jasmine Paolini in the previous round, which she also won 2-0. It was easy to see Eala was beaming with confidence, but Cirstea proved to be a tough test in an opening set which was tight. At 4 games each, the Romanian went 5-4 up, only for the Filipina star to quickly level the scores up again, before breaking Cirstea's serve for the first time in the match to make it 6-5. The fan favorite then fought hard to win the final game of the opening set to give herself a 1-0 lead in front of the Dubai crowd who cheered her on. Eala flew out of the traps in the second set and broke Cirstea's serve to go 1-0 up before winning the next game as she frustrated the 35-year-old. It quickly unraveled for the former US Open quarterfinalist, as Eala secured another break of serve and comfortably held in the next game to surge 4-0 ahead, firmly in control and on course for a place in the quarterfinals. Cirstea, visibly frustrated at times by unforced errors, refused to go down without a fight and clawed a game back, but Eala was determined not to allow the more experienced player to build any momentum and swiftly restored control to lead 5-2. Up to that stage, the second set had appeared almost flawless for Eala, perhaps too good to last, and it nearly didn't. Her opponent suddenly found a burst of energy, stringing games together to close the gap to 5-4 and raising the prospect of a deciding third set. However, Eala wasn't about to throw away all of her hard work as she went on to win the final game of the set to continue her journey in Dubai. Coco Gauff up next. It won't get any easier for Eala, who will now prepare to face possibly the toughest challenge of her career in Coco Gauff. The world number 4 is the top seed in the tournament following the exit of Elena Rybakina on Wednesday afternoon, leaving the American as perhaps the favorite. Gauff put together a determined run to the quarterfinals, showing resilience and composure under pressure. Seeded third, she received a first-round bye before opening her campaign with a straight sets win over Anna Kalinskaya, 6-4, 6-4. Gauff handled tricky conditions well, relying on her strong returning and defensive skills to control the key moments and avenge a previous defeat to the Russian at the same tournament. Her biggest test came in the round of 16 against Elise Mertens. After dropping the first set 2-6, Gauff found herself under immense pressure in the second and was forced to save 3 match points in a tense tiebreak, which she edged 11-9. Riding that surge of momentum, she raised her level in the deciding set and closed out a 6-3 victory to book her place in the last 8. Eala prepared for Gauff test. Speaking after another incredible victory, Eala says she's proud of the journey she has been on in Dubai despite the outcome of her quarterfinals match against Gauff. She said, "It's going to be a great opportunity for me. Win or lose tomorrow, I think it's great for me to learn against a player like Coco. People would kill to play against a player like her, let alone in a quarterfinal here in Dubai, so it's something that I'm super excited for. It would be up there as one of my best ever wins if I was to beat Coco, but whatever happens, the most important thing for me is to just learn from the experience." Glowing star: the rise of a star. Eala's Dubai breakthrough. Under the dazzling lights of the Aviation Club Tennis Center in Dubai, the hum of anticipation pulsed through the crowd like electricity. Flags waved, voices roared, and among them a chorus of cheers for a young player whose rise had already become one of the most electric stories of the 2026 WTA season. Eala, just 20 years old, had already made waves by stunning top-seeded opponents, and tonight, against seasoned veteran Sorana Cirstea, she was about to take the next step in her story. Eala's journey to this moment had been far from conventional. A child prodigy from Quezon City, she had captured hearts long before she captured titles. Each powerful groundstroke and daring baseline rally spoke not only of skill, but of a resilience that belied her age. The Dubai Championships, one of the most prestigious stops on the WTA 1000 circuit, was a proving ground, and Eala was ready. Tennis, a match of nerves, skill, and heart. The match against Cirstea was anything but a mere formality. The Romanian, a veteran of countless battles, brought experience, grit, and an unshakable belief, the kind that comes only from years on tour. But from the very first point, it was clear that Eala's confidence was not simply youthful bravado. She played with a quiet aggression, mixing deep drives with soft drop shots and calculated angles that kept Cirstea guessing. The first set swung like a pendulum. Eala found herself down 4-5, staring at a veteran about to close it out. But instead of crumbling, she nodded deeply, took a breath, and fought, winning the next 3 games to steal the opening set 7-5. The crowd erupted, sensing that they were witnessing something extraordinary. The second set was a testament to Eala's evolving maturity. She surged ahead 4-0 with laser focus, her strokes crisp and fearless. Cirstea, ever the competitor, clawed back to 5-4, threatening to drag the contest into a deciding set. But Eala regained her composure and sealed the victory 6-4, marking another defining triumph in her burgeoning career. Fire beyond the scoreline, what this win means. Numbers can tell part of the story: straight sets, a solid 2-set victory, a quarterfinal berth, but they can't capture the full impact. This match was a statement. Eala wasn't just beating opponents, she was shaking expectations. After earlier stunning wins, including a powerful upset over top 10 seed Jasmine Paolini, she proved that her Dubai run was no fluke. This victory was more than a personal milestone, it was a cultural moment. For tennis fans in the Philippines and around the world, Eala's ascent embodies a shift, a reminder that elite tennis is no longer the exclusive domain of a few nations. Every booming shot from Eala's racket brought cheers not just from the stadium, but from living rooms thousands of miles away. In the post-match interview, Eala spoke not only of her performance, but of gratitude, a humble acknowledgement of the journey that brought her here and the support that sustained her. It was impressive not just for what she said, but how she said it: calm, thoughtful, and poised like a veteran. Globe showing Europe-Africa a global stage, a rising icon. The significance of Eala's victory reaches far beyond the Emirates. In a sport often dominated by a handful of household names, her rise adds a fresh narrative, one that brings diversity, passion, and a new generation eager to break through. As she walked off court, the cheers weren't just for another match won, they were for the promise of what's to come. Sports are about connection, the thrill of competition, the joy of triumph, the heartbreak of defeat. But they're also about inspiration. Young players watching back home,